Chapter 2, Part 1. The Open Road. One bright summer morning, the rat was sitting on the riverbank singing a little song he had just composed. "Ratty," said the mole suddenly, "I want to ask you a favour. Won't you take me to call on Mr. Toad? I've heard so much about him, and I do want to make his acquaintance." "Why, certainly," said the good-natured rat. "Get the boat out, and we'll paddle up there at once. It's never the wrong time to call on Toad. Early or late, he's always glad to see you. "He must be a very nice animal," observed the mole, as he got into the boat. "He is indeed the best of animals," replied Rat. "So good-natured and affectionate. Perhaps he's not very clever. We can't all be geniuses. And it may be that he is both boastful and conceited, but he has got some great qualities, has Toady." Rounding a bend in the river, they came in sight of a handsome old house, with well-kept lawns reaching down to the water's edge. "There's Toad Hall," said the rat. "Toad is rather rich, you know, and this is really one of the nicest houses in these parts, though we never admit as much to Toad." They disembarked and strolled across the flower-decked lawns in search of Toad, who they found resting in a wicker garden chair, with a preoccupied expression of face and a large map spread on his knees. "Hooray!" he cried, jumping up on seeing them. "This is splendid." He took the paws of both of them warmly, never waiting for an introduction to the mole. "You don't know how lucky it is you're turning up just now." "Let's sit quiet a bit, Toady," said the rat, throwing himself into an easy chair, while the mole took another by the side of him and made some civil remark about Toad's delightful residence. "Finest house on the whole river," cried Toad boisterously, "or anywhere else for that matter," he could not help adding. Here the rat nudged the mole. The Toad saw him do it and turned very red. Then Toad burst out laughing. "All right, Ratty, it's only my way, you know. Now look here, you've got to help me. It's most important." "It's about your rowing, I suppose," said the rat with an innocent air. "You're getting on fairly well, though you splash a good bit still." "Oh, pooh, boating," interrupted the Toad in great disgust. "I've given that up long ago. I've discovered the real thing, the only genuine occupation for a lifetime. I propose to devote the remainder of mine to it. Come with me, dear Ratty, and your friend also, and you shall see what you shall see." He led the way to the stable yard, and there, drawn out of the coach-house, they saw a gypsy caravan shining with newness, painted a canary yellow, picked out with green and red wheels. "There you are!" cried the Toad, straddling and expanding himself. "There's real life for you. The open road, the dusty highway. Here today, up and off to somewhere else tomorrow. Travel, change, interest, excitement, the whole world before you. And mind, this is the finest cart of its sort that was ever built. Come inside and look at the arrangements. Planned 'em all myself, I did."